to another set in Alchemy League. This one is from Season 2, Sprint 1, Round 1, I think. I'm very far behind on casting these sets. I'm probably not going to cast too many if you want to know the truth. I've just been very busy starting a new job, and I was sick for a while, and I had family here. I'm still a little bit hoarse in the voice, so sorry about that. But the good news is I've got my old handy-dandy Mike Going Bad voice filter. So if my voice doesn't sound quite right, I'll just blame that. We have Plotterghost versus Tralfamador. I don't know much about these players. Player is paused for now. Their first game is on Yucatan. I do know that Plotterghost is the higher seed. We will unpause here and we will get started with it. We got Plotterghost playing as the Cyan Mongols, and we got Tralfamador playing as the Orange Franks. So, some classic Age of Kings civilizations here, although remember that Yucatan did not appear in the original Age of Kings game. They didn't have jungle in Age of Kings. They had the Mongols, they had the Franks, but they did not have jungle. They had palm trees, though, because the palm trees were part of Palm Desert. But jungle was later added in the Conquerors expansion. And a map like Yucatan was sort of added to give an additional biome. An additional biome to support the Aztecs and the Mayans who had just been added. And possibly the Spanish if they ever went over there. So Mongols could make a lot of sense on this map. There is extra food. Everybody knows that Mongols take hunted meat faster. So Plotterghost hasn't found his sheep here, though. I think he's going a little bit too far, swinging a little wide. Let me show you guys the players. Before I go away to another screen, I'm just thinking, I believe that Plotterghost is Dutch, and I believe that Tralfamador is Russian. So these guys have a similar time zone, I guess, but really, how could anybody say that, right? Somebody's from Russia, there's no guarantee of them having a similar time zone to anyone, including someone from Russia. So let us take a look at the seeding calculation for them now. Tralfamador came in calculated at 1325, and Plotterghost came in at 1599, so he definitely has an ELO advantage here. Plotterghost is the higher seed. It's hard, right? Because Tralfamador is the third lowest seed in the entire tournament, so it's hard to find him lower ELO players. We could give him Core Diamond and the Napoleon, but remember that we also have to somehow match these guys against further up guys up here, and it's a very complicated process, but I am very proud of it. Oh, whoops. Okay, so Tralfamador is at 1236, and Plotterghost is at, sorry, I read the wrong number, 1470. Still an advantage. So now let's go back to the game. I mean, I could talk at great length about how advanced the seeding program is that I developed for this, but you guys have already heard me bloviate about that in the past. I think the big thing is we have to determine what they're doing. Tralfamador with only 3 on wood at this stage in the game. It would suggest a scouts build. I'm not sure how viable that is. Oh, man, if only this mill were just 1 tile up, it would be perfect for both berry patches. Oh, well. It's still okay for this one. I don't think he'll build a second mill. He's starting to wall off. Plotterghost pushing in his deer. He's Mongols. He takes deer in a lightning-fast way. He only has 2 on wood, so this is telling me an even more lightning-fast scouts build than what... So Tralfamador is doing the standard, I think, probably 20 pop scouts or 21 pop scouts or something with 3 on wood. But Plotterghost with only 2 on wood, this is telling me he wants to do some kind of crazy Mongolian 17 pop scouts build. He has a bunch of turkeys, which he is saving until he runs out of hunted meat. But this hunted meat, I wouldn't be surprised if he were clicking up soon. Yeah, he's got 1 more villager he's building. So it's actually kind of slow in my opinion. He could be up a lot faster. He's going to get loom, which I don't think he needs to do at this juncture. So I think that those are mistakes. I think Tralfamador is going to be fully walled by the time that Plotterghost gets over here. I could be wrong. We'll see. He might get greedy and he might be like taking deer or something over here and he doesn't want to wall it off because there are deer nearby and he doesn't want to wall half of them out and he doesn't want to wall forward. But I do think that Tralfamador will see Plotterghost up to Feudal Age and then rush walls. That would be my guess. So Plotterghost is going to have a decent economy when he gets to the Feudal Age, but I think he's going to be too slow. It's my instinct. So what do you guys think about Yucatan? It's a little bit more closed of a map pool this time around. We were going to do space maps, but we did not have time to implement all their features. So I made the hard decision to do standard maps. And then I asked people what kind of standard maps they wanted, and they said they wanted more closed standard maps. And so that's what I did, and then they didn't sign up, so we have closed maps. That's fine. That's fine. I guess actually some people signed up. It's not a really big event. It's, there's only $100 prize pool. It's not the $200 that we had last time or the $300 I'm planning for future leagues. But it's something, it's just there to keep the community going while we reestablish the Alchemy Alliance. Oh, tragic, tragic wall right here. Tralfamador, just wall this. Does he know about it? I don't think he knows about it. If he knew about it, he probably... Yeah, he doesn't know. If he scouted this right here, he would absolutely wall it. It's painful to see somebody give away so much map and for such little reasons. So Plotterghost is Feudal Age. It's going to be... He's got his barracks here. He's got a stable. But he's not making anything from the stable. So perhaps he changed his mind. Or perhaps it's a trick. And he wants to do just Fast Castle. He's not making any scouts at all. Tralfamador boldly coming in here to see what Plotterghost is up to. He's going to get some missiles shot at his scout cavalry. And I don't think he's getting away. Oh, he barely gets away with 3 HP. Does Tralfamador know where the stable is? No, he has not scouted the stable. I still think that's a big win for Plotterghost. Because Tralfamador he came here, but he doesn't really know what Plotterghost is up to. He saw a relatively fast feudal. But he only spotted a barracks. I guess he spotted a barracks, so he's probably not going to suspect Fast Castle. Blacksmith coming up. I actually don't even know if Plotterghost knows what he's doing. He needs a market. He needs a market so that he can sell some extra resources and click up to the Castle Age, if that is indeed the plan. Meanwhile, Tralfamador, he just got Double Bit Axe. He's in Feudal Age. His resources do not look too great. I'm not really sure what the plan is for him. He has a barracks. I don't see a stable. This is open here. Tralfamador is in for a rough game, I think. I don't think he's fully prepared for whatever Plotterghost is going to come up with. Like, why spend the time to wall all of this and just leave this open here? Or leave this open? And surely, with his opponent's Feudal Age time, if Plotterghost were going scouts, he would have gotten in by now. And there would be some dead villagers. But there aren't any dead villagers. So it's pure luck that Tralfamador has survived so far, because I don't think he's made good defensive decisions for his civilization. But he does seem to have some plan of going Fast Castle Age. He's got the 3 on gold. Wait. He's getting scale mail armor. Maybe I haven't been giving Tralfamador enough credit. What is this over here? It's got a villager. An outpost. No, I don't think this is gonna work. I think this is a mistake. So Plotterghost is on his way up to the Castle Age now. He's getting bloodlines, he's getting forging. So he's built a second stable, so it's going to be Lancers probably. Probably going to see Step Lancers from Plotterghost. don't know what Tralfamador will do about that. He's got an outpost that he's built here. He wants to keep an eye on Plotterghost. That's good stuff. I think he's gotten Town Watch, too. Okay, he is building a market now. And he's... What in the world? Are you kidding me? He's got 10 spearmen in his town center. 10 spearmen. What? Who builds 11 spearmen in the feudal age? His opponent has literally got 1 scout, and it's his starting scout. Ay, ay, ay. This scout here is attacking the villagers, and he's not reacting at all. What is going on here? So this scout has killed 4 villagers. And in the meantime, Tralfamador has 13 spearmen waiting in his town center for something. I don't understand that at all. I would almost call that unsporting, but let me actually bring up this guy's Elo history. And we'll look at it again and see how many games he has. But it's very hard for me to believe what I'm seeing. So he's built an outpost here, keeping an eye on Plotterghost. Plotterghost has decided a 3-town center boom, I guess. Okay, so no Steppe Lancers. Oh wait, 2 Steppe Lancers. 3 Steppe Lancers. Here they are. Tralfamador has an army of spearmen in his base. Another villager has gone down. 6 villagers have died. The spearmen do manage to kill the Steppe Lancers. The amount of spearmen here is like enough to go up to the Imperial Age. This is a ton of spearmen. Stonewalling would have been a lot more cost effective. So let me take a look at Tralfamador again here. Let me look at... We've got some raw stats. Let me look at the summary, too. Okay, these spearmen are going to stand guard here. He's building a sneaky siege workshop over here behind Plotterghost's base. Plotterghost doing a double boar lure. I mean, he's got loom, and the thing is it's actually safer probably than a single boar lure because these boars interfere with each other, and they actually slow each other down. So he's weakening both boars with the villagers, and then he kills both boars. So congratulations, he's brought 680 meat underneath his town center, so that'll help him out. Tralfamador is at 30 villagers, and Plotterghost is at 50. Tralfamador has built a siege workshop here. He's building another house, and he's monitoring his opponent. He's got pikemen here. He's getting squires. Why not just wall this off so these pikemen can go and do whatever you want? This is a lot of population space. It's a lot of resources just standing there. Alright, so let's take a look at this. So apparently Tralfamador only has 1 visible account. He's got 157 games. And his elo was calculated a little over 1,200. And Plotterghost signed up here. 1470, and he's got 150 games. Let me take another look at this too. Elo drift from win rate. It's about average. Alright, so there are some battering rams in here. And he's still got his military camped out here. And And he's taking stone. So I think he wants to drop a castle on his opponent at some point. I'm not exactly sure when or where. It could actually be quite vicious to drop a castle here. This would deny a lot of gold. And he has the pikemen to control the map. Plotterghost getting Bodkin, so Plotterghost playing the long game. He's probably going more toward Mangudai. But if there were a castle here or here, you know, it would shut down Plotterghost's gold collection. And let's see what Tralfamador knows about that. So he has surveillance. He does not know how critical this area is. So he will probably not drop a castle here. The pikemen are coming. At least some of them. Not all of them. He's got another ram being built. Okay, so this castle here is very important for Plotterghost. It will prevent Tralfamador from building a castle here. I don't believe that Tralfamador has scouted it. He's attacking that house randomly. No, he has not scouted it. So, the castle will go up. No one is trying to deny the castle. There are 5 rams here. Pikemen fighting with a jaguar. Some more pikemen just standing ground. Okay, Plotterghost getting a conversion on the pikemen. University coming up for Plotterghost. This is for ballistics. He doesn't need the university to advance to the Imperial Age because the castle is more than enough. Mangudai require many, many, many technologies. Technologies from the stable, the archery range, the blacksmith, the university, and I think something from the castle, perhaps, as well. Okay, Plotterghost snagging that relic. There's 6 rams in the siege workshop. And Plotterghost has created a knight. He's going to destroy this outpost that's monitoring him. He's pushing out this way. There's another villager. I don't know where these are going. We'll have to follow that the same way that we're following Plotterghost going up to Imperial Age. Meanwhile, Tralfamador has 17 pikemen here and is going up to the Imperial Age himself. He's built a monastery, but I don't think the monastery is close to anything. He does have a pikeman here monitoring this relic, which is smart. Plotterghost is going to expand out and capitalize on this area. He will build a town center here. So yeah, it's going to be definitely going to be Mangudai. Mangudai are being created. There's another castle being created. I think this one is pretty much wrapped up. We've got 97 villagers to 41 villagers. But Tralfamador has a much bigger army right now. Oh, wait a second. What? This monk has just snagged the relic out from beneath Tralfamador's nose. How many more relics does Plotterghost know about? He actually does not know about these relics over here, which is good for Tralfamador. And he also doesn't know about this relic here. Relics are still in the siege workshop, or it's not relics, rams. Plotterghost has found it now. He is going to attack it. And they are being upgraded to capped rams. So capped rams are much more effective than battering rams, but not against knights. And Mangonad get bonus damage against siege weapons, so I don't think this is going to last for very long. Tralfamador getting iron casting. These pikemen are going to get massacred here. Platyerghost just needs to figure out what's happening. One Mangudai goes down. Now it's hit and run. He could lure the pikeman back to his town center here, but then it would reveal that he has a town center over here, which I think he's okay with, because Tralfamador does not have any siege weapons. He just has the pikemen. Platyerghost getting the armor for cavalry. It is important to note that Mongols do not get any additional cavalry armor upgrades beyond that. But their steppe lancers and hussars and light calves and all those things, except knights actually, they have extra health. So it kind of offsets it. It offsets it depending on the target you're talking about, I suppose. Against archers, not so much, but against melee units, yes. Ram charge on this castle. I think this castle actually could go down, which would be pretty annoying, but the cost of the rams is greater than the cost of the castle. Platyerghost coming out here to repair this castle, I think, maybe? No, he's coming out to shank the rams. Now, maybe Tralfamador can attack this other castle, but I don't know if he sees it or knows about it. Let's see. According to this, he has no knowledge of it. There was a ram push there. Platyerghost with a lot of gold that he's having a hard time spending. Tralfamador has built a watchtower, but it's called the GG. He sees that he cannot stop these Mangudai. So the first game goes to Platyerghost pretty decisively, and we'll now cast the next as Highland, which is Tralfamador's home map. Oh, nice. We got a snowy version of Highland here. So we got Platyerghost in the south and Tralfamador in the north. And we'll just have to pay attention and see what happens. There is an ice crossing. Now, I don't know exactly what the deal is, but I believe that on Highland, there were ice crossings in the past that prevented ships from traversing from either side. But I don't know if these ice crossings prevent ships now. Maybe ships can just sail freely across this. I'm not sure. So Platyerghost, is he coming around for pushing in deer or what? He's playing as the Cyan Poles, and Tralfamador is playing as the Orange Burmese. You know, I like Burmese a lot. I like them more than Poles. But the thing about Burmese is they're a little bit hard because they don't really want to go into archers long term. And they can struggle against archers because their skirmishers are terrible in the feudal age. I mean, I guess they're not terrible. They have the feudal age upgrades, but they don't want to make too many of them because they're not going to scale well. So that kind of leaves Burmese with an awkward hole in their tech tree that most other civilizations have covered. He's going to get another shot here. We have to ask ourselves why, though. Questioning why did Tralfamador pick this map with that civilization? That's the question. I don't know. I'm wondering if he wants to go for relics. There are 3 relics on Platyerghost's side of the river, which is unfortunate for Tralfamador. But as Burmese, he'll be able to see them. So he'll know where those relics are. Maybe he can sneak across with the transport and snag them. As you guys know, standard victory is, of course, enabled. So standard map, standard victory condition. You could win with relics, and you could win with a wonder. But if you get all the relics, then you don't have to build a wonder. It saves you 1,000 wood, 1,000 gold, and 1,000 stone. It has no effect on your food supply, though. That would be pretty disgusting, actually, if somebody built a wonder out of food. Could you imagine a food wonder? Ugh. I guess it could work in some places, maybe. I think, for instance, in Canada, they have like an ice sculpture competition or something, or they build an ice castle. You could store food in there, I guess. You could build a wonder in that way. But otherwise, it'd be pretty disgusting. So Tralfamador has just finished getting loom. Taking a look at the idle time here for the players. Tralfamador actually with less town center idle time than Platerghost. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Tralfamador just panicked last time because he thought he was going to get scout rushed and he was being attacked by a scout. And so he just made 15 spearmen in Feudal Age, and that just set him so far behind that he just got crushed later. And it wasn't really an intentional thing. Maybe it was just a jitters thing. That's probably more likely. I don't think people sign up for leaks so that they can troll and get wrecked and, you know, be embarrassed on TV and such. I don't think that's the case. So I didn't mean to suggest it. It was suspicious, that's all. We don't see a player build 15 spearmen in Feudal Age at the 1200 level. Maybe at the 600 ELO level or the 800 ELO level, that's something they do. But the 1200 players know that you're never gonna, if you build 15 spearmen in Feudal Age, you better have a really, really good reason. That's not the kind of thing where you just garrison them in your town center and then forget about them. So that's why I was suspicious. I'm sure it was just a simple mistake, which we all make. So Platerghost is pulls. He's going up to the Feudal Age at 20 pop. I don't know if being housed made that decision for him. We'll see. He could just be doing a 20 pop scouts build this time. He's got a barracks, and it looks like he started a house wall. Who knows when he'll finish it? Highland has large forests, so it's generally easy to wall, even if you don't make it to the crossing point. You don't have to. Neither player has made an attempt to dock at all. Neither player cares about docking, which is unusual because they normally do. They normally want to dock because it's extra food income, right? It's more villagers working with fishing ships or whatever. Platerghost is in the Feudal Age, and Tralfamador is already on his way up. So Tralfamador, a little bit more prepared this time, I think. He's got 3 on gold. And I'm wondering if Tralfamador is going for another fast castle build. That was sort of my gut feeling, based on how many he has on gold and how many he has on wood, and how much wood he has in the bank. He's got 4 on wood. He probably doesn't need so many on wood anymore. He could probably throw down a house, actually. But once he's done eating this boar, actually, what's he going to do for food? He's going to send everybody over to berries, maybe? He's only got 3 on food. So that's kind of a disaster, actually. Market, mining camp, bad mining camp. Should be a little bit closer to the stone. And it shouldn't even be built at all. He should be building a blacksmith, clicking up, and then building a mining camp. If he does it that way, okay, here's the blacksmith. If he does it that way, then he could maybe potentially get a castle in pretty soon. So Tralfamador is interested in a castle, but Platerghost is interested in scout rushing Tralfamador, and he's going to be doing his thing first. I think this is too many scouts to fight. Maybe not. As long as he's careful and he pulls back the wounded villagers.
Okay. Hey.
He doesn't want to make the same mistake as last time, though, where he built a ton of spearmen that he couldn't use. So this time he's the opposite end of the extreme, and he has built no spearmen at all. And he's just fighting with villagers. And he's lost 3 of them so far to the scouts. So Plotterghost scouts paying for themselves, but Tralfamador is on his way up to the next stage. So it'll probably be a defensive castle, and it will probably be Arambai. If I had to guess, that's what I would guess. Okay, wall is complete. I guess he started this house wall. So that's his weak point there. Plotterghost is going to go home. He's done the damage. He's satisfied. I don't see him. Where'd he go? Could be that all the scouts just died. He completed his objective and all the scouts died. But there's one scout that's still alive. Oh, here's another one. So he's splitting them up and he's having them scout the map. This is a good reaction from Tralfamador. He reacts instantly, garrisons in the town center, kills the scout. It's what he should have done last game too, but he was probably distracted or something. So Tralfamador will be in Castle Age in just a few seconds. I think he will need more on wood if he wants to sustain constant Arambai production. But right now the consideration is to get stone, of which he needs only 10 more. So he should be able to force drop off and just start building his castle. And that's exactly what he does. How many does he send to build the castle though? Looks like he's sending 7, 8, 9 villagers to build the castle. He's going more heavily on gold. And he's stonewalling this off here, which I like. He's going to need more on wood, I think. But I think Tralfamador's plan is Arambai. And Plotterghost does not want to allow it to happen. So he's building a gate. The gate will, of course, allow him free passage between the two sides, but it will give him significant warning in case Tralfamador decides to come over here. Now, the brilliant play would be if Tralfamador built a dock and a transport ship and snuck over and came in and found a gold mine and camped it for 5 minutes while Plotterghost was distracted. Maybe because Tralfamador started sieging the gate or something. That would be a brilliant play. But I don't know if we're going to see that. Tralfamador's economy is pretty tight, so I don't know that he can afford all that. He's built a monastery, and let's see if he makes a monk here. He doesn't have the gold for it yet, but I mean, why not? It's basically a free villager. Every relic that you have is a feudal age villager with no upgrades, mining gold continuously without the need to drop off at a mining camp. So it's a big advantage, in my view. You want to get as many relics as possible. They are very good. That, and they give the most important resource, gold. It's a non-renewable resource. It's the one that, with the exception of maybe stone, it's the one that you run out of first. Fletching for Tralfamador. I don't know that Arambai are affected by fletching, but Tralfamador, apparently he's noticed the gate because he has made a petard. I think he might make another petard when he has the chance, but he's trying to sustain constant Arambai production for now. The petards will allow him to burst through this wall with little warning for Plotterghost. So I'm excited to see how that goes down. Tralfamador has finished taking those berries. Okay, he's going to go over to the wood. So he's very all in on this Arambai strategy, and we're going to see how it works. Okay, yep, there's the other petard. So you need 2 petards to destroy a wall. But if it's a Byzantine wall or it's got upgrades, then it actually requires 3. Okay, so here we go. Oh, nope. Changed his mind. He's going to send the monk down first, or is the monk going to grab this relic, or is he just going to mass up more? Maybe he's worried that Plotterghost will scout his aggression and be more prepared. Plotterghost, in the meantime, is just booming. He's got 3 town centers now, so he's going to do what Plotterghost does and try to get a villager advantage. He's building a folwark. Okay. Building a folwark right there. I don't remember exactly how the folwark functions. I think it's when the villagers drop off, or when the villagers build the farm, you actually get refunded for a portion of the farm's food immediately. You basically get, not refunded, but you get a portion of the farm's food instantly and immediately for free. So it doesn't make the farm cheaper. Okay, he wants to bust down the gate. Okay, so we got another Petard there, and Plotterghost is in. Or sorry, Tralfamadore is in. Plotterghost is going to throw down a defensive castle, but this could be a date. Yeah, this is not going to go up, and he knows it. He cancels it. So this is a good sneak attack from Tralfamadore. I'm pleased to see this. Plotterghost deciding to build a safer castle here, more so in the middle of his base, covers more of his farm territory, which makes a lot of sense. He's building a blacksmith now. I don't think that a blacksmith, well, I guess armor from a blacksmith wouldn't help too much, but of course attack could help his knights kill the Arambai if they can get close. Arambai have 22 attack or something like that, so they're very powerful. No, they have 12. They've been nerfed and changed so many times over the years. It's hard for someone like me to keep track of all that. But point is, they have a relatively high damage output. Unfortunately for Tralfamadore, this is closed off, so he needs to be able to get in through here. But Plotterghost has gotten this pretty well buttoned down. This is all closed up. So this is Tralfamadore's moment. He's got to do the damage here, or the investment that he's made will not be justified. I would actually recommend siege weapons. I think that they're appropriate in this case. But the Arambai are also very expensive, so he may not be able to afford it. I guess maybe he doesn't need it. Look at how fast these Arambai are just destroying this market. So they've got high damage per minute, but they are very inaccurate. So unless you've got a big honking building like a market, you're not gonna hit anything. Oh, he's almost done with the market, but he decides not to finish it. He's instead going after Plotterghost. Plotterghost just baiting him with the knights, I think, buying time, which I think is a mistake for Tralfamadore to pursue that. Having said that, though, the Arambai are much more powerful than the knights. They're basically knights that don't have to run. They don't have to worry about pathing and grouping and everything like that. They have similar attack, but they can deal their damage at range. I think this castle could have been prevented. I'm a little disappointed to see that castle go up. Plotterghost is gonna get that castle up, and that'll secure his stone. Tralfamadore is going to come around, and he's going to look for damage on this side. Fighting under the town center, which is never a good idea. Arambai are squishy. However, he does get some eco kills. He's got 5 eco kills now. He could secure this relic if he wanted to. Actually, he could secure all of the relics with this, and that's what he should do. He should use these Arambai to get every single relic on this map and start the relic timer countdown. Try to be as aggressive as possible and just stall and buy lots of time. But he may not be thinking like that. He's thinking, alright, I got castles, they're obstacles, they're in my way. I'm going to go up to the next stage, and he's going to Imperial Age. Which I like. I think that's good too. I think that he could get the relics, I think. But Imperial Age will help him a lot. So Plotter Ghost, 91 villagers. And Tralfamador is just going to go home for now. I think that's a mistake. I think Tralfamador needs to prevent Plotter Ghost from building. If he can prevent Plotter Ghost from building and getting stables and doing all these other things, he has a real chance to use that momentum to win the game. If he gets the relics, he's not going to win the long game with this, I don't think. But he could get the relics, and that would really help him out. If he's more active in pressuring and preventing production buildings from going up. But, you know, Poles have been allowed to play Farming Simulator here. And Plotter Ghost is close to 100 villagers. He's still in Castle Age. He hasn't clicked up yet. Okay, he just clicked up. Snagging the relic here to ensure that Tralfamador cannot get a relic victory. Building the monastery right next to the castle for maximum security. It's getting just a lot of privileges. I don't know. If you're Poles, what do you do against Burmese is the question. I guess you could go lots and lots of knights, but Burmese pikemen and halberdier are very scary. They get extra attack just for free. Just by nature of being Burmese, they get that. What else could you do as Poles? Well, Poles have decent arbalesters. They're just missing, I think, the final armor upgrade. So you could do that. Now Burmese will get decent enough siege over time. You could go Obuk and like siege rams or something, or like Obuk and siege, which could be interesting. It's kind of a weird combination, you know. I honestly haven't really thought about it much. I thought about Byzantines versus every other civilization, but not these two civilizations. Okay, stone collected. He's going to retest that. 113 villagers. And we're starting to see stables pop up across Plotter Ghost's empire. He's got 4 stables. He's building a 5th. This is a lot of privileges, makes it so that the knights cost very little gold. I think it's similar to a Magyar Hussar without Corvinian army. Now Tralfamador's got a trebuchet working on this castle. Tralfamador has the momentum. He's got 25 military to Plotter Ghost's 9, but he has less than half of the military. So the goal for Tralfamador is to do as much damage as possible before your opponent's economy can kick in and win them the game. So that's what we're going to be watching for. Can Tralfamador accomplish that objective? He's got 2 castles working. He's got Arambai working. Well, not working. They were working. He's got Arambai ready. And Plotter Ghost is just building up knights, trying to catch up in numbers. This choke point is good for Tralfamador. I think Plotter Ghost might struggle to take an engagement here because he can't really get a good surround. But as soon as Tralfamador tries to push in, I think that's where it could get hairy. So that knight goes down. There is a counter trebuchet here. Oh, somebody just had a rock land on their head. Okay, castle goes down. That's a win for Tralfamador. Now he can go in and be aggressive. But there are a lot of Cavalier here now. And they are being mass-produced. I think there's 19 in queue. And these are only Arambai. They are not elite Arambai. They're still hitting the Cavaliers hard. But the military count is now neck and neck, which is not where you want to be if you're the aggro player and you have less economy. Okay, but Tralfamador with decent military control here. It looks like he is sniping the Cavaliers, but the numbers for his units are dwindling. Plotterghost is going to switch into light cavalry, but there's no need. Tralfamadore sees that his push is not successful, and Plotterghost wins. So this one was a much more competitive game, I think. I think Tralfamadore is kind of getting into the groove, figuring out the league, getting used to the difficulty level of his opponents. And he had a good push, but he wasn't able to quite make it happen fast enough, and so therefore Plotterghost beat him. So I'm really glad that both these players signed up for the league. I enjoyed casting this set, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in.